tuning in to Uncommon Women. I'm your host, Shanera.
Jenny Lee.
And we have a guest speaker by the name of Courtney that's going to be joining us today.
Hello.
So today we'll be speaking on healthy habits. We'll also be getting into some of the negative thoughts that may come to your mind that's actually going to affect your body by the way you think, emotions that you go through as well. Before we get into that, I want to tell you a little bit about our guest speaker. Her name is Courtney Fields. She's born and raised in Chester County. She currently has an LPN license, and she does rehab as well as pediatrics. She has an intelligent 5-year-old boy, and she currently is an owner of an LLC of You Deserve to Live. She's also a wellness and health enthusiast. So before we get into healthy habits, she's going to tell us a little bit about herself and how was your life growing up?
Okay. Well, my life growing up, it was pretty good. I'm blessed to have a good childhood. I spent a fair amount of time with my grandparents. My mother's parents were both maternal and paternal grandparents. But my grandfather, he was a farmer, my mother's father. So he had a fresh farm, animals, things like that. And then my father's father, he was more into real estate, things of that nature. So he taught me, like, finance. So I had kind of like the best of the both worlds, as I would describe it.
So that's pretty good. That's good. That's good. So how did you actually get into the wellness portion of your life? Like, did it come after you had your baby? Like, what changes were you going through in your life?
Well, I've always, I like working out from cheerleading. I was a cheerleader from middle school to high school, and I also did all-star cheerleading. So on my all-star cheerleading squad, we were required to work out. Like, that was like full workouts down at Gold's Gym and everything. Ooh. So that's how I kind of acquired and gained some knowledge in working out. So I would always, work out at the gym or go running before I got pregnant. And then when I did get pregnant, my whole goal was to do the prenatal yoga, work out, just maintain all of that. But that did not happen.
Work like that.
I really wanted to do that, but I was sick my whole pregnancy. Like, wow. I was sick the whole entire time, so I could not even work out at all. It never happened. Maybe like the first 3 months. After that, it did not happen. I actually ate terrible when I was pregnant.
I did too. I know I wasn't.
I think we all do.
Yeah.
Like,
what was one of your cravings when you was pregnant though?
Pepsi. Like, I had to have Pepsi every day. I went to BJ's and bought a big case of Pepsi, and every day I had to have a Pepsi or two.
I think mine was peanut butter and jelly, and I don't even like peanut butter and jelly.
I don't even drink soda. I don't even like soda.
No, when I was pregnant with my son, I ate everything in sight. The milk was my major thing that I loved. I ate. It was either frozen or ice, or it was just crazy. With my daughter, it was Chinese food. Literally Chinese food. Wow. Or those little things we used to get at the bodega that it smells like, it's like a bologna. That smells like really vinegary. Yeah, well, they sell them at the bodegas, and I used to go all the time just to go get one. Yep, that was the cravings for both my kids.
So yeah, I gained a lot of weight. When I was pregnant, I gained a tremendous amount of weight. And after I had my son, I was like, this is not me. This is not it. So that's what led me to making some real major life changes.
And what emotions were you going through in the process of after you had your son? Where did you feel like you were not pretty? Did you feel insecure about your weight, or did you just?
At first, I didn't even notice. I swore I was doing good. It wasn't until I seen a picture. Because when my son was 6 months,
pictures be the worst.
We went to Florida. We went to Florida, me and my family, and I was looking at pictures. I'm at the pool. I thought I was cute. To be honest, I thought I was still good. So when I seen this picture holding my son, I was like, whoa. this is not the look.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what really transpired everything to like get better. So my emotions, I didn't really, at that time, it wasn't bad. I wasn't like depressed. I didn't have postpartum depression, any of that. So,
wow.
I mean, I was going through some things, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but postpartum depression, I was not that. But I just knew that wasn't the look for me or how I wanted to be.
But you had like some low self-esteem about your body.
I didn't like it. Yeah, I guess you can call it low self-esteem. I just didn't like it. I didn't get too down to where I fell too hard, but I knew I had to
make a change
and come out of it. Now, along the road, things might lead up to like the feeling down and everything. But
okay, so overall, you were pretty good after your pregnancy.
right.
So how did you get into your LLC of Deserve to Live? You said you were in cheerleading. Was it something that you already dreamed about doing, or was it just...
So You Deserve to Live came from... when my son was 2, me and his father, we had split and chose to go our separate ways. And that was like a really hard time in my life at that time. So I was at a down moment then, and me and my cousin was talking, and she's just like, you deserve to live. Like, you deserve this. Everything I wanted to do, my reasons why I wanted to leave or whatever, she's like, you deserve to live. And I'm like, I like that. And that just like stuck with me because it went so well with what I was interested in doing. I like helping people, teaching people, inspiring people. So when she said that, I was like, that's it. That's what I want my business, my brand to be. You deserve to live.
That's good. That's good.
I like that.
That's good. And I agree with you in regards to You Deserve to Live. I like the saying for that because a lot of things that people don't realize, negative thoughts that we go through, it actually plants unhealthy stuff in your body. The hopelessness and helplessness can actually lead to stress, which upsets your body hormones, which is really not good. So I like how you have that as your LLC as well. So what is it? What is your LLC that you typically have?
Well, You Deserve to Live is a health and wellness business. That's what focuses on all things health, all things wellness. And also skincare. I have skincare in there too. I make whipped shea butter, body butters. So and skincare falls under taking care of yourself as well. So You Deserve to Live is this, I'm in the middle of actually building the brand. I'm not like quite established yet. So the brand is being built upon health and wellness and eventually just helping people make lifestyle changes. I don't want to say coach because I'm not really coaching. I more so want to teach and inspire people how to do these things. So that's pretty much what You Deserve to Live is, health and wellness.
And what type of steps do you take in regards to taking care of yourself mentally? Mentally is just, I would say, surrounding myself with good people. Like, I do not do the negative energy at all, at all. So my large portion of that is where I choose to be and surround myself with certain type of people. That's huge for my mental. Also, reading. I like reading. I'm big on the life. I can't even think of the topic. The books. Life. I don't want life coaching. Just any books in relation to just well-being. I can't think of the topic of that book, but that style of books. But yeah, reading helps out a lot. And just
my physical matches my mental, so being physically strong also keeps me mentally strong.
That's good. I think my biggest part of taking care of myself mentally is thinking of the positive things in my life, especially my strengths and things, instead of focusing on what I don't have, focusing on the good things that I do have. Scheduling time for myself is a good thing. We typically like to work a lot and run around, jump from one thing to another without actually taking the time to meditate and just have your own time and put the phones away, social media, just step away from society and life and just actually focus on yourself is another thing that I do mentally. How about you?
Yeah, almost the same thing. Sometimes or I go in my car and I drive. I just drive and drive, or I just drive. Sometimes or I just turn on my music in my car. That kind of works too. I put some type of music and I'll just drive and just, even, sometimes I even pray when I'm sitting in my car and just and like Shanaira says, you have to take that time out because mentally we need that for ourselves because we also have to have that peace of mind. And our sanity needs to be in the right place as well.
Yeah, because the enemy will take every little piece that you think negative, he'll try to plant seeds into your head. And you definitely don't want that. So that's
energy is everything to me.
Right.
Energy is everything.
That's good. Not also mentally, but physically too. It's very important for you to actually work out. If you're not able to work out as much as you can, just walking instead of taking the elevator, walk up the steps, little stuff that you can do.
Mm-hmm. Right, it's small things. You can't just attack it all at once. Somewhere you can, but it doesn't work like that for everybody.
It doesn't.
Right, and I'm sure people got their New Year resolutions coming up, and they want to get their summer bodies ready. So also, it's very important in what you're eating as well. You don't want to just consume anything and always eat out as you're working. If you're at work, pack lunch instead of buying it out because you can also save money doing it that way. And it's the portions that you eat as well.
Oh yeah,
and it's really the food. It's 80% food and 20% exercise. Yes. So it's food is so important. And it's the hardest part. So if you can working out, that part is not the hardest part. It's the eating.
The food.
Because even when you work out, if you're still consuming a terrible diet or bad foods or overeating, then
you're working out for nothing.
Exactly.
Well, this is the part where discipline and self-control comes in.
Right. Yes, absolutely. And that's why physical and mental go hand in hand because discipline is more mental. Well, discipline is kind of more physical to me, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But focus is mental, and that's how I think they go hand in hand. Because mentally you have to be focused, and then physically I think you have to be disciplined. Disciplined to act out.
Right. Yeah. Because I can say how many times I started up in the gym, and then it's I'm good for 3 months.
Right.
You go on vacation. Woo.
Your mental has to be so strong so you can maintain that physical.
Right.
But then it also is the people that you're around. They be like, oh,
you can have a cheat day too.
You can have a cheat day. Or how can you eat that?
Right.
This and that. So then when
negativity.
The negativity. So that that comes to that point where you're I know I'm doing this for the right reasons. I'm doing this because this is what I want to do so I can be healthy. But then the negativity of others don't help because then you're sitting back thinking is it really worth it?
Right, and that's why it goes back to your mental strength. How strong are you? Because no, you might not be around people who are eating good every day at all times. You're going to stumble across and be around people.
Right.
So you just because you're around these people, that doesn't mean do this or try it.
Right.
You have to have that
self-control.
So that's why everything starts with self. That's why you have to build up so much strength within yourself. And it takes time, but
consistency.
You just have to work at it.
Yeah, but it's also like pushing yourself
Right.
as well. Because sometimes, people be like, oh, well, I need a gym partner, or I need somebody to motivate me. Sometimes it's not. You can go to the gym. There's been plenty of times I've been going to the gym and I'll start up with somebody, and at the end of the day, you're still going, but the other person isn't going anymore.
Right.
So then you get to that point where you don't want to go by yourself. That's why you make a nice playlist on your phone. Get your headsets going, and do you, because you're the one that has to push yourself.
Right, and find what works for you.
Exactly.
I agree with that. I mean, I like to go to the gym by myself because I like to put stuff in my ear and just play my playlist and focus, because I actually get more work done at the gym by myself versus being with somebody talking and lollygagging and not doing what you're supposed to do. And drinking water is a big thing as well.
Oh, yeah,
drinking
definitely.
lots of water is very important. There's other ways that you can focus on your health as well. With the water, you can add stuff like cucumbers if you just don't like water taste. I like adding cucumbers. It's very good for your skin. Lemons is really good as well. Limes is good too. Limes is good as well. But I definitely know cucumbers is good for your skin as well as limes and lemon.
Absolutely. And it's vitamin C so you can have that brightness, and then just water in general. You have to be consuming enough water. Some people don't drink enough, and people, water makes me pee. You should be happy that your kidneys are functioning and producing urine. Like, you want to do that. Some people cannot do that. Have to be on machines. So it's like, that is, your body is working and functioning how it's supposed to. So there's nothing wrong with that. And water is also no calories. Right. These sugary drinks, sodas,
Pepsi,
that's calories. And
coffee
is actually, I would prefer, coffee is actually better than sugary drinks.
Caffeine?
And coffee in moderation. Everything, because coffee has a high water content versus the sugary drinks. Coffee, you don't have to put sugar in cream. When you start putting cream and sugar and all of that,
I don't like my coffee black. I need a whole bunch of sugar and creamers.
I don't drink coffee. My thing is tea. I don't drink coffee, so I'm not a perfect person.
You drink black coffee?
Tea in moderation also. Because a lot of teas have caffeine. Some teas don't. Tea still stains your teeth. Tea is good. Tea still is like stains your teeth, just how coffee does. Like, if you drink tea a lot, look at
I don't. I don't drink it.
You prefer that over
coffee? Like, there's like times like where I'll sit down and I'm at home and I'll just I want some tea. But
it's better than sugary drinks either way.
I don't put sugar. I put honey in there.
Okay.
So that's my thing, and I love it. That's what I do. I like it that way. Because I do it that way because
my throat is bad.
I
got a cold. You might catch me drinking.
I do it that way because it keeps me away from the sugar.
Oh.
The honey kind of helps it.
It works. Whatever works for you. And it's not, for me, it's all about knowing your body, knowing yourself too. For instance, when I used to drink coffee with cream and sugar, I noticed that cream and coffee blew me up, instantly. So that's one reason why I really got off of cream. Because the calories, they were empty calories, and now I just drink coffee black.
I can't drink coffee.
I'd rather drink water than I can't.
It makes me full. I don't like it the way it makes me feel.
It don't make you full. It decreases your appetite. That's what it does. So then you don't eat for.
See, Puerto Ricans be drinking coffee in the morning.
Well, excuse me, but I'm not one Puerto Rican that don't drink coffee. Anybody will tell you that. And if I do drink coffee, it is a miracle. It has to have everything in it because I'm not drinking that. Somebody tried to give me coffee with just half and half or whatever that is you guys drink.
So what do you put in your coffee?
It gotta have the sugar and all that stuff in it. I can't
drink regular milk.
No, I can't drink milk.
Oh yeah, that's right. You like this.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Oh, that's fine.
Almond milk.
Almond milk.
All right. Well, that's good. That's good. Now, as far as how do you women handle your negative emotions? How do you deal with your negative emotions?
Well, you just get into the root of it. What is the negative emotion, and then you just find out what will be positive. What's the opposite of that? So then, once you figure out what the opposite of that is, then you just work harder to achieve that goal and work on that. You cannot focus on the negative. Like, negative thinking is going to bring negative results. If I'm sitting here thinking, oh, like, I'm be broke, I'm so broke, this, then you're just going to be broke. Right. You're going to you have to think, like, look, I'm rich, I got money. Like, I'm rich. That's how you have to think. So, exactly. You just have to fight out of those negative thoughts and just get back on that positive wave. That's why there's no room for negativity, because you think negative, it just brings you down. Right. Next thing you know, you're going to fall into a depression. You're in a depression. Next thing you know, you're going to be eating bad. You're not going to work out. Right. So it's just like, you just got to fight them negative thoughts off by any means. I always say the gym is my therapy. Mm-hmm. Like, and it's cheaper than therapy, because I be leaving the gym on such a crazy high.
I'm a superwoman. I agree, though. I definitely agree with that.
I agree. Yeah, you definitely got to first admit your issue. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Like, you can't be in denial when you
have to be accountable.
And when people ask you, well, I mean, you obviously want to talk to people that you trust, but if you're really going through something, you know, speak on it. Like, I'm not good. Because, you know, a lot of people just smile it out like, I'm good, I'm fine, things are good. When it's really not, you know. You got to be able to talk to people and communicate with them. And the first step is admitting that you have an issue. After you can admit that you have an issue, you have to actually justify your feelings.
And if you don't want to talk to people, or if you don't have anyone to talk to, you can always write. Writing
Journal is definitely good.
Very releasing, so you can always write. And you also get to go back and look on the things you've written down, and you're like, darn, I was feeling like that at that. Like, what? So you get to look to, you know, track your progress also. Right. So I think writing is always good.
Oh, yeah, I like doing that. I definitely like writing, because it kind of like, it just like, it just releases everything, and you just like expressing. Sometimes in those, when you write it down, like you can't go to certain people because you feel like they don't understand.
Judge you.
Right. They either judge you, or sometimes you feel like they don't understand you. So when you writing your emotions down, you get down to the tip root, and you write that down, and no one else has to see that but you.
Yep. Because sometimes people don't even be in the mood to be listening to.
Right.
You be like,
you be all deep into it, vulnerable with your stuff, and then you like,
trying to hear that right now.
And then they be like, oh, let me call you back. And it's like, wait, what?
Right. Because really, they be trying to keep their place.
Right.
But they're like, listen, you're not about to bring me down to that. It's a shame. So it is hard, because you try to be a listener. Like, with myself anyway, I try to be a listener. But then it's like, sometimes when I'm on my own track of elevation, sometimes I'm not in the mood to hear, like, I don't want to hear the problems right now. And it's not that I'm being selfish, but it also might not be good for me. So,
yeah, I feel you.
And it depends on what season you're in as well. It definitely do, because you can actually bounce off of other people's emotions and what they're going through, as well as the atmosphere around you.
And that's why I stated writing, because sometimes you don't want to be pouring out your problems to somebody else either, especially if they're in this excellent space themselves. You know, you just like, listen, I'm not going to bombard, but I need to get it out. So that's why writing is good.
Good for you. That's good. And I think also dealing with negative emotions, you can't be going the blaming game.
Oh, no.
You got to be accountable for your own actions. You got to be accountable for what you're going through. You can't be saying, well, my life is messed up, or I'm broke because of this, that, and the third. Right. You definitely want to be accountable of your actions and what you're going through.
Or at least change it up on how you speak. Like when you're speaking life into yourself as well, instead of saying, okay, you're broke, but instead of saying that you're completely broke, just say, my funds are limited right now.
Right.
You know, you got to switch up on how you speak into things as well, because that, yeah, because if you're not saying that, you're gonna just stay broke.
Yep.
You're gonna stay. Like I say it all the time. Like I know when I'm broke and I paid all my bills and I'm.
But
just
your
like,
bills is paid.
Yeah, my bills are paid. So, but then when
way.
somebody was like, "Oh, let's go do something," I'd be like, "I can't right now. You know, I just paid all my bills. No, I'm not broke, but my funds are limited right now."
Right.
Listen, I don't even say all of that. I can't right now. That's just it. That's it. I can't.
Yeah, well, I've learned to do that and it does kind of help me in my mental, you know, so I don't stress myself out, because now if I can, so that way it kind of helps me, like I said, so it doesn't stress me out, because then I'm the type of person, I'll stay stuck on that. You know what I mean? I'll stay stuck on that. So for my peace and my sanity.
But why would you stay
stuck on it?
Right.
Because you know, we all have issues. We're not perfect. I'm not perfect. That's something that I'm working on, and that's the honest truth. Like, and I hold myself accountable for that. So, like you said, you have to hold yourself accountable for that. And some people do get stuck there. You know, just like me. It could be anybody. It could be another person that gets stuck. So everybody is different.
Right.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, that's good. That's good. I think my issue in regards to dealing with negative emotions, I do get stuck sometimes, you know, depending on how everything is going. Like, you know, sometimes you can be doing really good and then it's like 20 things come at you all at once to just push you back.
Right.
And it's like, you knew it was coming, because it's like everything's too good to be true. But then it's like, why right now? You know what I'm saying? So I think you just have to take a step back and just analyze everything that's going on in your life in regards to the good things versus focusing on the negative things, so that you can get yourself out of those issues when you feel stuck.
And knowing what you want.
Right.
You have to know what you want.
Right.
That is so important.
Or self-reflecting on the stress, and just like, you know what I do sometimes? Stand in front of the mirror. I'm not going to stress about this. I'm not going to do this because I know I can do better than this. Or, you know, I'm not going to, you know, because especially when you get in that place like that, it's not good. So, and sometimes it's hard. It's like you said, like we get stuck. Some people get stuck there and don't ever come out or they don't have certain people in their life to talk to them as well.
Right. And there's a couple of things that you can do in regards to when you get stuck. I mean, instead of making goals and plans 3 months out and 5 years out, take it one day at a time. Take it one step at a time. If you had a bad day today, wake up in the morning. Me personally, wake up in the morning, pray, put some worship music on, and then I'll make a list for what I'm going to achieve today. What's going to be a positive focus on today. Don't focus on the negative. And then once you accomplish those things for that day, you move on to the next day. Yeah. And when you feel as though you've achieved enough for a week, then you can move into the next goal. Okay, this is what I want to complete in 3 months. This is what I want to complete in 6 months. And you have to stick to it. Everything comes back to consistency. You definitely want to stick into it. And, you know, as adults, we juggle a lot. You got to work. You got kids to take care of. And then we want to be fit. We want to have our beach bodies together. So you definitely got to want to balance everything out. And it all goes back to being consistent.
Consistency is key.
Right.
Because with consistency is how you get results.
Right.
If you're not consistent, you're not going to get results. And that's pretty much anything in life you can apply that to. So if you want to be healthier, you have to be consistent. I'm not saying, change how you eat overnight. No, but as we said, one day at a time. Start with drinking more water, cutting this out. Okay, that's going well.
8 to 12 glasses, I believe, is what you're supposed to drink. Well, the norm of what you're supposed to be, you know.
Yeah, half of your body weight.
It's either 8 to 12 or 8. I think
it's 12.
It is 8 to 12. Yeah.
8 to 12 cups. Yeah, that's like the standard. And then it even goes down to like half of your body weight.
Mm.
In ounces.
Right.
Yeah. the 8 to 12 would definitely
That's hard to drink 8 to 12.
I used to drink a gallon.
Oh my
Right.
goodness. So I mean, I
go to the bathroom all the time.
because I drink a lot of water. I mean, I can do it, but it's.
And cucumbers are also high in water content also. So even how you're like, you put...
That's what I'm saying.
It's definitely good for your complexion.
Don't listen to her. Listen, guys.
It is good for your complexion. Yes, that's true. And why? Because of its high water content. That's why water is so good for your skin.
And that's why I drink my lemons.
Yes,
it
the
helps
vitamin C.
And it helps with the vitamin C. It takes out those toxins.
Lemons is okay.
Yes.
You should see me at work. Like, literally, when I'm at work, and the kids are always looking at my
Lemons are good for your the rub on your skin too.
I didn't know that. Thank you for the info.
Yeah.
You know? I think the kids at work be like, what is that? I be like, a lemon. Why you have a lemon? So I tell them, they're like, ooh. I said, and I like the, it gives a little bit, a little bit of
tang to
it. They're like, oh, I'm going to try that.
Yep. So where do you see your business growing, let's say within a year or two? What is your focus in regards to where you would see wellness at?
Well, within a year, I haven't really gotten there yet. I plan on doing that in the next couple weeks, like setting like a goal.
For
But
2020?
but just speaking off the top, I just want to network and connect with, and just gain more knowledge. Like, I want to attend seminars and just gain more knowledge and network and meet different people. So that's pretty much what I want to do within the next year.
Okay. And as far as your goal and what you achieved, what was the difference in your weight versus now and last year? Do you feel as though it was a big difference or a change in it? Or was it just a change in the body fat? Like, how does that all work?
It was a change in, like, it was a nice difference for me from last year to this year. Body fat. I did lose a lot of body fat, and that was because I really changed my eating over this last year. My eating habits have really, like, I've been pretty consistent with.
Mm-hmm.
Usually I would start eating good, and then I would fall back off, eat bad. But I've been pretty consistent, and now how I make choices with what I eat, where I eat from, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like becoming that lifestyle now. And I'm like, I can't fully go out teaching this to others because I want to practice that same lifestyle. Right. No, I'm not perfect. Like, I still
ain't perfect.
But at the same time, everything's in moderation, and just the choices I've made with my eating, I've seen like a crazy difference.
Drastic change.
Oh, yeah.
So give us a typical schedule of what your meal would look like if you had to show someone that this has helped me, or eating certain things in your diet has decreased the body fat.
So for one, water. Again, it all goes back to water. Consumption of a lot of water.
I drink water. Okay.
In the morning, every morning I have basically every morning. Unless I run out, I have a green shake. I make a green drink in my Ninja, so that will consist of like spinach, a banana, some frozen fruit, and then I put like moringa powder in it. Okay. So every morning I have a green smoothie.
Okay.
And like that really like starts my day.
Okay.
Then I have.
Does it give you energy as well?
It does. It gives you energy.
And where do you get energy from? Is it the spinach that gives the energy?
Or it's the spinach, the sugar in the fruit.
Okay, so just about everything for the sugar.
Right. Just the combination. And then I have green tea. Every morning I have my green tea too. So then I don't get hungry until about like 10 a.m. Mm-hmm. So I did switch.
Wait, what time are you getting up? Because I'm getting up at like 8. And then
I'm up by 5:30.
Yeah, it depends. Like on a work day, I get up at 5.
I get up at 6.
So like 5 on a work day. If it's not a work day, 7.
Okay.
because it's a school day.
So that's a nice little spaced out. Okay. Now, do you snack in between?
I do snack. I'll keep like trail mix.
Okay.
Those
are good. Yeah.
Avocado with tuna. I keep like
avocado. I love avocado, girl.
You don't like it? I just go say that.
It's plain. I don't really think
But you can put stuff
You can
in there.
press it up.
You can dress it up. You know what my favorite is? Some avocado with some tuna with it.
That's what I was saying.
Oh!
Yeah, and then sometimes like tomato with it. But I love it with tuna. I keep
I
like
don't like tomatoes either. I'm gonna try it with tuna though.
like the tuna packets. I always keep them in my work bag or in whatever bag, and you can just take the spoon right out of there, dip my avocado.
Okay.
So, an apple, yogurt. I like Greek yogurt, and I put like chia seeds or fruit on it, or the granola. And that's really filling. Like that Greek yogurt, it's like it fills you up, like hold you over. So that's good. What else next? Apple and peanut butter. I like that.
Good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, I even pop rice cakes.
I gotta try that. I gotta try that.
Celery is good too. I put celery and peanut butter is good.
I don't like celery. Sorry.
Celery is good.
No, I don't like celery. I'd rather have an apple.
You don't like well?
No.
I like some celery juice.
Oh no, I love carrots.
Celery juice.
Celery juice. Maybe I could try that.
You can put some lemon in it.
Maybe I could try that.
It's pungent, but it's healthy. It's good for your liver. Cleanse your liver.
And what would you typically eat for lunch then?
Lunch, I'll just pack, like if I'm at work, I'll just pack whatever I had that night. I try to, but ground turkey is like my favorite go-to meal. Like ground turkey with Brussels sprouts or broccoli. So it's pretty much just whatever my dinner was last night. I just try to make sure I have protein in my diet, protein, and a green vegetable.
Okay.
And if I am going to have a carb, sometimes it might be rice, depending on how I'm working out at that time. Or potatoes.
Rice is really good.
Yeah, so
you still eat white rice?
I do.
And I guess it also depends on the portions too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's a big factor too. Your portions.
And then sometimes I indulge in the nonsense that be at work too. Like I still struggle to stay away from all the donuts, cookies, and cakes and that.
That's where all the
some days I fool with them, and then
don't
some
listen
days
to her unless y'all going to the gym 5 days a week.
But I hate like when.
No, sometimes I won't touch stuff though, seriously, and then some days I might.
Yeah, it is. Or don't your coworker be like, "Oh, you know, there's donuts there, right?"
Yeah, I'm past that now. I know how to be like, oh, okay,
right?
Yeah, that took time, but I have definitely mastered to be like, I'm not.
Because my company gets it all the time, so I'm typically used to doing all that. You know, just passing off. They get donuts and bagels.
Oh yeah, I do it all the time. Because I pack like literally all the time.
So what I typically do, like during the week, depending on if I go grocery shopping or not, I'll try to prep my food for the week. I'll get like a head of iced lettuce and pack my lunch for the rest of the week with the cheese and crouton. Now I go all out when I like salad, and then I'll get the oil and vinegar dressing, which is really good. But my issue is snacking. Snacking. I love chips, but rice cakes are pretty good as well. But drinking water has never been an issue, and now I've been drinking coffee, so. Definitely got to decrease on that. I don't like black coffee.
My typical lunch, like unless I'm not cooking the night before, I can cook. Usually I'll just like, my thing is like peanut butter. Like I do put jelly because I can't have it by itself. The peanut butter, so I put
peanut butter, jelly, and what else?
And just wheat bread.
Wheat bread.
I have to have my wheat bread.
Bread is not so.
What?
It's not good.
Whole grain would be better, or
whole grain,
like an Ezekiel bread if you can tolerate.
No, I think it's whole grain the one I got at home. Because I've been trying to like switch breads like lately. trying to try out what kind of like helps me.
Mm-hmm.
But then I put like a normal yogurt. Sometimes I'll put like an applesauce in there
Right.
and a fruit. That's like my basic. Like I gotta have my grapes and my strawberries all the time. And that's what my normal, and then water, my lemon water. That's what I normally have.
That's good. That's good. Well, Courtney, thank you for coming out tonight and showing us about
Oh yes, I love talking about this stuff. Thanks for having me.
Some networking to help.
Right. Hopefully you'll
have
see
your
me
website?
again.
Do you have your website?
No, I'm working on it because I'm doing it myself.
So this is our goal for 2020. We're gonna have a website together.
Right. No, I am. Trust me. I'm definitely gonna have my website. That's for sure. I've worked. That's already in the making. But yeah, definitely. You can still follow my Instagram page for now.
Mm-hmm.
You deserve to live.
Go ahead and shout out your.
My Instagram is YD2L Court, and that'd be me on Instagram. So check it out. Stay tuned. Stay positive, motivated, and keep going. My thing is just keep pushing. Don't look back. Just keep looking forward and look to where you want to go, and that's it.
That's good. So go ahead, Jenny.
Okay.
Because I've seen you. Go ahead.
I seen something on the Caribbean too. I'm like, hold up.
I'm like ready. Let's say, what makes you uncommon?
What makes me uncommon?
Yeah.
That question. What makes me
you
uncommon?
different from everybody else?
Just me, period. I would say in a nutshell, because I'm just me. Nobody else can be me, and that makes me uncommon. But
what makes you stand out from everyone else?
Just my positivity, I would say. Like, I just have a positive outlook on life, period. Every situation. I'm just real humble, and I just stay positive. I just keep positive energy at all times, and I can say that because also I hear people tell me this. Like, it's really hard not get along with me. I mean, it's possible too, but at the same time, for the most part, it's just my positivity, the approach of positivity I keep on life. I just just ride the wave.
That's good.
Stay positive.
And I could tell, like, even as soon as I walked in and I met you today, and you can tell the positivity just,
Right.
The positivity, and I like that. I really like that, because you know what, that you can also, encourage people with that, just like by looking at you and they're like, you know what.
And it's so hard, though. I'm not going to say it's always easy to be this positive, because I've been in environments to where I was around negativity, and I'm in these situations and I don't have the choice. I mean, I have the choice, but I can't leave. Usually, if I get a bad vibe or I'm negative, I will remove myself, but sometimes you can't.
Right.
So when you're this positive person, and you also have to be around negative, it is like a battle to stick it out. So you just, sometimes I want to get negative too, because trust me, we all can do that too. But I'm just like, you know what? This is you. Just keep being you. Keep being positive. So I just try to keep that positivity at all times, no matter how hard it is.
Yeah. And you know what? At least you're like that, because there's not a lot of positive people out there.
Right.
And we need to, I'm positive. I can be positive, but there's those bad days where it's hard to stay positive. But somebody has to be positive out there in the world, because not everybody's always going through something. And at least, you can come in there and be like, you know what? I'm going to just humble myself and be positive, and and even say something to somebody that maybe they'll
help them out.
Yeah. Right.
That's going through something, because we never know what people are actually going through and why they're negative or what's beating them up inside. That sometimes some people just need to say something negative to make themselves feel better. And I like to change the atmosphere. Like, well, stop thinking like that. Maybe you can do this, that, or third, and then it just makes them take a step back too.
Right.
And evaluate themselves.
That's why I say everything is energy, because You just give off that positive energy and hopefully somebody can grasp it.
Yep, definitely. Is there anything that you wanted to add before we actually close out for tonight?
No, what I would just like to say that I am a firm believer in that your health is your wealth. So I know we all want money and nobody wants to be poor, broke, however you want to say it. I get it. And we're out here working so hard that sometimes we neglect ourselves, take care of ourselves because we're trying to get this money or get this or get that. You have to make time to exercise, to eat, make better choices. I just like to encourage everyone to do that. I'm not saying you have to go to the gym, run a marathon, even if you do something, walk home, whatever. Mm-hmm. But health is your wealth because so many sick people, it's not getting any better. I just would encourage people to really take some time, think about their health, and take your health serious because that's all you have. You don't want to be a burden to anyone. You don't want anyone else to have to suffer to take care of you. So you just take care of yourself. That's all you have. I cannot stress that enough. And that is your mental health as well. Don't allow anyone to hold you down, make you feel bad, regardless. Relationships, friendships, situationships, whatever. Just don't.
Situationships. We're going to add that for next season.
Right. Do not let no one hold you back from what it is you want to do in your life. Like, I don't care how much you love a person, whatever it is you want to do. Put your mind to it. You can do it. Believe yourself. Have that confidence. And whatever it takes for you to build that up, do it. And just be the best version of you.
Yeah, try to eliminate stress. Mm-hmm. And get lots of sleep, too. You know, stress can definitely cause a decrease in your lifespan. So, and getting lots of sleep, you know, we always trying to chase that bag. And sometimes we do forget about ourselves. And getting lots of sleep is important because that can affect your body as well.
And we also want that longevity. So I want to live for a very long time.
Right.
I want to be. I be seeing them old people talking about they're 110 and 110. Well, I'm saturated.
Maybe 103. I don't know. I seen this one lady was like 119. I think I seen her on.
What?
Yeah, it was on the street in my scene.
That's
scrolling. That's a whole nother story.
I know, but I'm just saying that I want some longevity. You know, when you exercise, like she said, health is wealth. You know, you're increasing that. You know, I want. You know, it took me. Look at my journey, and
I go up and down.
Yeah, so do I. I go up and down, but you know what? But when I see the results, that gave me so much confidence. And not only that, it's just like when you do something like that, you learn to love yourself more. You learn to take care of yourself more, and just you see things so differently.
Boost your confidence.
Yeah,
so
it does.
Yes, and you better have bathing suit, you know, in the summertime coming.
And you be like, you know, thinking you're the hot thing.
That's true.
Knowing you the hot thing.
Yeah,
right. Knowing you the hot thing.
And you know what? And then you just like you said, it boosts your confidence. Mm-hmm. And you know what? And then you know what? Even like right now, honestly, I'm not in the gym, but I do walk a lot at work.
Right.
And you know, and
so imagine if you made some little changes in your eating.
Yeah.
All it takes is a little change.
Oh, right? Oh, yeah.
And I like my watch because it typically shows me what I achieved the day before, if I didn't meet my goal for the following day, or if I overachieved something, then it actually pushes me to do more.
Wow.
So
I don't have an
for those
iWatch.
Make sure y'all get one. Get you a little.
No, I've been told to invest.
Yes, you got to it.
First, invest into the Apple stock. Like that's a whole other topic.
I want to get on the stocks. We'll definitely get into that. But thank you, listeners, for listening to us. Be sure to like, share. You can find us on Facebook on Uncommon Women, Instagram, and Twitter. You can find us on Uncommon 3 Women. Where can they find you at? If y'all have any topics or any questions or concerns you would like us to talk about, feel free to email us at uncommonwomenpodcast@gmail.com. Did you ladies want to say anything?
Happy Healthy New Year.
Stay uncommon. You haven't said that.
I was getting there.
Stay uncommon.
Full of power, full of